Hello, and welcome to another update video on gold. We start with the XAU USD chart, the gold spot chart, and I like what I see here. Yeah, we only covered it on the weekend, and I shared with you that I would really love to see this B wave for a clearer three-wave pattern. We already were watching for it last week. Yeah, this reaction to support, and it now happened. For now, I treat this as a wave 4 bounce. Yeah. I have no evidence at this point that the correction is over. It's just not entirely clear to me yet which wave degree it is. Looking at the extension here, and basically the size of this wave 4, it starts to look more like the orange one. But that's a bit subjective, of course, but proportions are important. Quick reminder, the question is whether we are here, and sorry, I have to shift this over. Whether we are in Roman numeral wave 4. Yeah, basically this fourth wave, which is kind of relating to this wave 2 here that formed in August, which is tiny, to be honest. Yeah, sometimes wave 4s are quite substantial. But already the decline here, which looks like the A wave of the wave 4, is quite huge. So it kind of looks more like the wave 4 that actually matches this wave 2 that unfolded between April and October 23. We will see. Yeah, we will see. For now, I have this wave 4 actually already here between April and July this year. Okay. The question is, did this wave 4 actually never happen? Was this an internal wave 4 and we are now in orange wave 4? Again, I don't want to be too technical here. For now, to keep it very simple, we have two support areas. We have upper support, which is currently holding between $3,815 and $4,107. I think the likelihood of breaking it is quite high. That opens the door to the larger wave 4 support area between 2,817 and 3,560, even though, don't get me wrong, this is just standard support for a wave 4 measured based on the distance of the low of wave 2 in October 23 all the way up to the recent high. And I gotta say, I do not necessarily expect it in a wave 4 to come down all the way to the 50% retracement. I really don't want it to go below the 3,128 level already. That would be quite strong. I think for me, what would be realistic in orange wave 4, even that steep, would be to test again these swing lows from August, July this year. So around $3,300. But we don't even need to get there. I mean, what I want to see is an ABC structure. A, B, C. Then I'm going to watch for a low to form. Yeah? ABC, and that could play out all up here. For me, those fib support areas are not so important. What is more important, what's going to be more important is A wave, B wave. Once we have the B wave top, we can project the target for the C wave. That's going to be more important for me based on Fibonacci extensions. Yeah, so I'm not too focused on these fib support areas. They're just there for orientation. Because we don't know which wave degree it is. But what I have told you before is I do not expect this overall correction to be complete, but wanted to see at least a bounce in a B wave. And overall, my view is that the overall gold rally is not over yet, okay? So those are a few things that are very important to understand. I'm not overall bearish on gold yet. I would like to see at least one more high here on the larger time frame gold chart. But I also haven't got any evidence that a meaningful low has formed. But it's good to see that reaction to support, and it's good to see at least here a healthy B wave. Remember, B waves can even overshoot. I don't necessarily expect that. We have to consider it, yes, for sure. But B waves are chameleon-like structures. Now, let's take a look at the shorter time frame. I really like what I see here. I made that short-term update yesterday for you guys. And we already said that this week gold is likely going to go a bit higher. It has gone higher. We've now reached the next fib level. I think yesterday when I made the video, I don't know, we were around 4,100. We're now at 4,145. And the price already pushed all the way up to 4,156 yesterday. No, today. Today that was. We're now consolidating just around that 50% retracement there at 4,145, which is also where I said to you yesterday we might experience some further resistance, because this is also where the last swing highs were here from October, like late October, plus minus a few dollars. I have added micro support to the chart, already shared with you yesterday. A break back below the green line would be a first indication that we have a top. That hasn't changed. We could, even in this direct move up, which is part of that B wave I just showed you, that B wave rally, and we have now reached resistance, so caution is recommended anyway. To keep grinding higher, the market should ideally hold above $4,061. That is the 50% retracement of this last rally here from the low of the 6th of November. Because to measure Fibonacci support for an internal fourth wave pullback, we need to measure the entire distance of a third wave, and that gives us the Fibonacci support zone. So that means, in other words, if we start to break below it, that would be the start of the C wave decline. Whether it's in the orange or the white count, we will have to see. For now, I think while we now have to be ready for a fourth wave pullback, it's filling in the pattern nicely. I would not be surprised if it breaks down suddenly, because it's a B wave, so they can finish abruptly, and they can sometimes be short, they can sometimes be long, but at the moment it looks like we want to go a little higher. At least another 4-5 pattern would be ideal, and 4,200 will be the next larger resistance level above, and then $4,287. Don't get me wrong, we don't need that additional 4-5 pattern. I'm just sharing with you what would be normal, what would be ideal. And can I rule out that we've already bottomed? And that we're already in a full breakout higher? No, I can't rule it out. But it would not be the most probable scenario for me at this point, because this start from down here, from the 28th of October low, is clearly just a 3-wave move up. However I want to frame it, this could be 3 waves, or even here just 3 waves. I haven't got any 5-wave start. And without that, and based on the context, I haven't got any strong evidence that a meaningful low has formed. So just we were still watching, right, for short-term upside. So that's the update on gold. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the membership. We have a stocks membership, a stocks community, where we also cover gold and silver every single day. It's the Patreon link. You can find it in the video description. It takes you to our Discord server where you can get all the updates. And if you're wondering where you can actually trade gold, sometimes I get questions about this, emails, where to trade gold. We've partnered with XTB. They are a fully regulated global broker. They operate in most regions around the world. I use them myself. We've started to build a portfolio here as well. This month there will be further updates. I just was very short on time in the last few weeks, but that happens on XTB as well. They do offer gold CFDs. So this here is basically the X station, the chart tool, and here you can check which stocks or CFDs you can trade. And for example, here you can trade the gold CFD, which basically closely mirrors the GC futures chart that I'm using in the analysis. So you can trade basically the same market moves without needing a separate futures account. There are also over 10,000 instruments available: Forex, commodities, indices, crypto CFDs, even ETFs. You can even set up ETF investment plans, earn interest on your balance. You have a charting tool there. TradingView, for example, charges for their plans. And you can trade with zero commission up to 100,000 euros per month. The only exception right now, it's not available for US clients right now, but for most of you guys, it should be accessible. If you'd like to support the channel and the MCO project, and if you're looking for a broker anyway, then you might want to check it out. You'll find the partner link pinned below in the comment section. By signing up through that link, you're directly supporting what we're building here at MCO. But of course, you could also trade Palladium, where we sometimes update Palladium, Platinum, Silver, for example, as well, minor stocks, and much more. I wish you a great day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.